Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Xuan Yuan 7 on the Mysterious Chi. Um, for those watching these as they go up, this will be the first of two videos this week, but I'm continuing directly on from my last video. In this whole recording session, we've been doing nothing but side quests, and we've been spending a considerable amount of time following up with the guy who's about to be crowned emperor. There's two stories segueing together, but I can't really call them two stories because the quests are interconnected. Like, you unlock the quest about putting together a meal for the emperor at his big ceremony as a follow-on to a quest about people who seem to be working for the soon-to-be emperor trying to assassinate his own supporting officers. So they've always been connected, but I'm curious to see where this is going, and the only way to find out is to keep following the story. But for now, we want to keep investigating this kitchen, where unfortunately we found only introduced him briefly. We didn't have a lot of time to get connected, but there is a cute little dog who is dead, and it probably has to do with political intrigues and attempted poisoning.
这些药草虽有疗效，但若用量不对，就会是剧毒。
So did the chef make an honest mistake, or? I suppose it's possible. Yes, this is getting silly. Like, why don't you just have this play out? We're not even moving out of the room to get the next bit of side quest. Ah, boy.
药草的用量确实过多，他只是照着做了而已。 陈兄派是去告发刘将军了，我们赶紧走。
哎呦，他，哎呀，真是，也不轻点力，就这样把人甩了。
Hugging. I don't know what's happening anymore.
看什么？赶紧走啊！
We tugged too
刘季
hard.
被抓。 得快些和博生兄说，要是牵连他们两兄弟，那可就糟糕了。
刘将军他会怎么样？
只怕是凶多吉少了。以下犯上，绝不可能安然无恙。陈色已供出他，圣公将军肯定不会轻言放过。要是牵连到文硕和博生，只能相信博生有办法化解了。那还能怎么化解呢？
Does it matter at all that these guys might actually be responsible? Some guy working for these brothers seems to have pushed the chef to create a poison dish. I'm not clear on whether the chef knew that he was poisoning him. I think we're supposed to gather from all of this that Jinsei is not the guy. I think we're supposed to gather that Liu Ji is the one who's doing this stuff, but I don't know. I've either the subtitles are letting us down because there's nuance that's not being delivered by them, or the dialogue is confusing. But now I'm beyond thinking that this is all down to the game being in a foreign language and translated. What am I saying? Of course that would be why the dialogue might be confusing. But it's all translated. It's not like, you know, pleased to let Golan to be defeated type translation. Everything that's translated in English, well, we've seen some exceptions, but it all seems to be grammatically correct, and you can tell what they're saying. It just isn't getting across the same information that the characters seem to possess. I don't think it's an intentional thing where the characters are given more information than the player. I think it's just that there's some stuff that they didn't get through in the translation. So we're gonna save here just in case. It's more to do with the fact that videos might get garbled than anything else.
博生，大事不好！
哎，太史兄弟，怎如此着急？
Well, there's various things going on with dead dogs.
事迹败露给捉了。
Oh, wait, okay, here we go. It is Liu Ji.
哎，这天还是到了呀。
I knew this would happen when I ordered him to assassinate the Emperor. I knew he was the wrong guy to give this order to.
这么做，不就反而落人口实了吗？
Well,
太史兄弟，这事儿既然发生了，我刘伯生就是得扛下来呀。
Only if you're responsible for it.
是我治军无方，没发觉兄弟们不开心。
博生，大局为重，绿林军不能少了你。
严重
Needs you
了，
to
太史
kill
兄弟，
this guy and take
成
over.
事不为我一人，领军打仗更不是非我不可。但要想劝圣公饶过刘季，那可能真得由我出马才行了。
话虽如此，
哎呀，你也真是固执透顶。我与圣公共事良久，他的脾性我怎不知？
这
Shanggong is the jerk
此事
guy,
我来
right?
处理即可。抱歉呐，琐事甚多，拖延了你。多谢你这一路的帮忙。
Thank you for gathering the ingredients for the
博生
failed
先别这么说
assassination attempt.
你与文书才是助我良多，还请你要特别当心。
这是当然。告辞。
Yeah, I don't like where this is going. Assuming he's being honest with us, he is not behind the poisoning, but he is about to get implicated. By trying to talk... The character names are confusing, but General Shanggong is the asshole I keep comparing to Yuan Xiu, isn't he? Yeah. So he's saying, I know him well, I've worked with him for years, I will talk him out of punishing this guy. Unless we have seen him at his worst, and it is possible that he's a little bit better than he seems, Liu Yan is about to get himself in real trouble. Now, another thing I'm not clear about is whether are these guys all supposed to be brothers? These two characters are brothers, and they're all have the surname Liu. That doesn't mean that they're all really closely related. Liu is the royal family's surname, so these guys might be like cousins to this guy who is closer to the imperial line. So I'm a little bit confused about that. He's the pillar of heaven. Yeah, they say he's the pillar of heaven. Its reckless demeanor has become quite complimentary to General Wen Shu's calmness. And General Wen Shu, he's the leader of the Lunar Rebellion forces in Ye and proclaims him to be an army of Chuling. Yeah, this guy is in charge. These two guys are brothers. I'm not clear on what this relationship is. I've gotten myself a bit confused about that. However, it looks like somehow, finally, we've got... I hesitate to use it, but we finally got our scroll back. But I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what I did. Is it because we leveled up from doing side quests? I don't know why it's working now. But I don't want to waste it unless we actually need it, because just you can throw these attacks around all day long. But the Elysium Scroll, we need to use a little bit more care. Other than a couple of, we've had a handful of fights here and there, but where does this go? Have I been up here? Or is this just connected with, well, we had that thing where we were retaking the city and fought like a wolf boss. I guess that's what this is about. What are you guys talking about over here? Don't even think about slacking. Okay, whatever. I thought there might have been rumors going around the camp about the side quest run. Here, the news flea-bitten shoes. It's probably rhymes in Chinese, I guess. I will, yeah, children's rhymes are a thing in Chinese lit, but I will acquired journal updated Chen Si. Characters Liu Yan. I think we just finished this quest, and I think there's something cultural going on where I'm supposed to already know what happened, even though it didn't tell us. So this is a thing, like children's rhymes in Chinese literature, at least in like Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I remember, is a thing. Like, if children are children are saying like a weird cryptic rhyme, it's usually meant to be some kind of indication of the forces of fate at work. Like, early in Three Kingdoms, Dong Zhuo's advisor is telling him he is supposed to move the capital to Chang'an, and he uses a children's rhyme about something happening in the east and something happening in the west, and it's, yeah, that's a thing. It's a I don't know how to describe it other than the fact that, like, you know, like the old Ring Around the Rosie, Pocket Full of Posy, that had like significance. It was talking about like the Black Death or whatever. But like children's rhymes that are just like weird random rhyming phrases, I guess, was a thing that would happen in China amongst the peasantry. They would just, you know, kids would come up with like rhyming phrases and go around singing them, and like wise men would try to work out some kind of like hidden meaning to them. But I think that rhyme probably was about the fact that that guy was about to get executed. So I don't know what's going on. Liu Ji committed the unforgivable crime attempting to protect his commander. General Bo Sheng decided to assume full responsibility and submit himself to General Shang Gong to beg for mercy. You hope General Bo Sheng will survive this. So we don't actually... the quest is over, but we haven't been told what happened, and we haven't been given a new side quest, so this is interesting. But the journal does have updates. Liu Yan. A general who is adored by his soldiers often becomes the target of suspicion and mistrust, but he believed a man should dispute such matters openly and walked into General Shang Gong's residency with dignity. Somehow I think he knew this was going to happen. Liu Ji? Liu Ji discovered General Shang Gong's scheme after looking into the assassin. Oh, that's right, because General Shang Gong was already moving to have Liu Yan assassinated. So, okay, this is making more sense now, and I feel obtuse that I missed it before. I'm sitting down and playing this in like 1 2-hour session, and it's, for you guys, you're getting it 30 minutes at a time over the course of 2 weeks. So if I come across as really dumb because it's taken me days to figure something out, bear in mind, I'm dumb, but I'm not as dumb as I seem. So what's happened is Liu Ji worked out that Liu, whatever his name is, Shang Gong resents the popularity of Liu Yan and was sending guys to assassinate him. Liu Ji figured this out and tries to assassinate Shang Gong without Liu Yan getting implicated in it. But Liu Yan knows that Liu Ji did it for him, and therefore is trying to save Liu Ji's life. And I'm guessing that Chen Si, the chef, is a patsy. His plan was blown by the chef Chen Si. Okay. Liu Ji discovered General Shang Gong's schemes after looking into the assassination and planned to move in for the kill before Shang Gong could strike again. Unfortunately, his plan was blown by the chef Chen Si, and he was arrested. Not only is his life hanging by a thread, but he's dragged Generals Bo Sheng and Wen Shu down the water with him. I guess that's a Chinese expression. I wonder how this will all unfold and what will become of the Liu Yan army. Well, I can see why it's all optional, because I'm not sure that the Liu Yan army is going to enter into anything once we've moved further north, but... Chen's broth not only filled the soldiers' bellies, it carved out his career's path. His promotion certainly became the target of jealousy. Even the children sang, "Heard the news, fleas in his shoes. What's that smell? Captain Motel, a low-born farmhand, a general laying waste to the land." Considering what kind of person Shang Gong is, there's no telling how long his achievement might last. Alright, well, I'm not really following there, other than the fact that he's a common guy who was promoted rapidly, and they're thinking he's going to end up getting killed. Alright, well. there doesn't seem to be any place for us to go follow up on this. I guess we're back to the main story. So we got little bits of dialogue here and there suggesting, boy, I sure hope everything works out, but we don't get to go. This door is locked. This is a plot door here. We don't get to go in here and do anything. This guy's not even going to tell us we're not welcome to go inside. Alright, well, I guess we're back to the main story. I don't even know where to go find the brother who hasn't been arrested. And I would... I guess, you know what, hold on. Let's not get ahead of it here. Let's check the map. Once in a while, you get this little icon that indicates a new side quest is available. You have to be paying attention or you'll miss them. But I don't see one. Okay, I guess we got to advance the main story. We've done what we can for this now. If we were to find the brother who hasn't gone in to beg for that guy's life, he may be on the map somewhere, but I doubt we would be able to interact with him. He's probably just standing there and won't be interactable with. I'm making up new grammar as I go. We won't be able to interact with him until something shakes loose in the story. So we might as well just go forward with the story and see if we're ever called back into those camps and given a chance to do stuff. So I'm going to just keep pressing forward. I'm not going to try to like get new wappets or anything. Because we haven't done... We've got some new materials. I might be able to get some new stuff, but I just kind of feel like we haven't advanced the main story in several videos now, and I'm feeling a little bad about that, and like I want to get going with the main story a bit. Okay, this is the correct path here. This is where we should be going, and this is where the whole calendar compass directions tell you where to go thing can be misleading when you're in a little... I'm standing here being told to go north and ramming against a wall, you know what I mean? Alright. But we are going to have... it was a pretty hectic battle clearing these guys out in the past. When I was off screening, getting a lot of experience here, but the battles were not easy. At the time. It's a little easier now with all these helpers. So I know Mr. Rogers would be happy that I was able to find the helpers, but still, like I was having to pace myself using healing items and making sure I wasn't losing money overall coming up here before. Now that shouldn't be an issue because I was ahead of where I was supposed to be. See, she's like a sorceress lady. You want to beat her fast. Learn bear roar. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to do the evasive thing, and it worked out okay, but... Alright. So this would be about where I'd run out of places. Yeah, I'd get to here, and this gate would be closed. So this is where the story should advance. Beyond anything I've ever seen before. Or you. Assuming you're not already familiar with the story and watching me Let's Play, which I'm not sure why you would be doing that. Yeah, I think this gate was closed until I got to this point in the story. So the objective has been updated, but no story. It's just this was always closed. And now that we're supposed to be here, it's not. Camphor wood and cotton. When them cotton balls cotton, you can't kick very much cotton in them old cotton fields back home. Okay. I mean, there's stuff going on here. This is basically just a dungeon now. I wish I could move the camera while I was here to see if the ladies are also... Nope, they just stand on the other side of it and teleport to my side when I've moved far enough. They do not actually crawl along the wall like that. Was there anything down there that I missed? Like, I'm not really sure what the purpose of this path is. Unless it's leading to some neat treasure. Because it does look like this isn't the main way I should be going. Well, if this is the main path forward, then failing to come up here, I probably missed some cool loots this way instead. It's annoying. Well. Just trying not to miss anything, but it's kind of difficult. And suddenly there's no enemies. There are enemies all over the place below. And now it's a hopping around and exploring puzzle. I mean, I guess I'm not complaining, but... it's like a big jungle gym adventure here. Well, I guess I'm glad we came in here. That was a lot of stuff. And once again, I'm kind of worried that I picked what I thought was the side path and turns out to be the main path, and I probably missed some neat loots below. But I think it'll all work out eventually. There's no way I could possibly cross over that. Pretty involved fortification here, honestly. This is massive fortification. Is this supposed to be part of the Great Wall? I mean, I've been to like some castles in Europe. I've never been to a castle in Asia. I've been to some castles in Europe. This is... That's not true. I've been to castles in Asia. I visited as a tourist in castles in Japan. But they were tiny compared to this. And I think the castles in... I'll have to check those out later. I think castles that you would typically see in China are also tiny compared to this. I think this is a like gargantuan fantasy castle that you probably are not going to find a lot of castles of this size anywhere in the world, honestly. All feel free to jump in the comments and tell me where I'm wrong. I mean, the pyramids are bigger than this. I'm not saying there's no constructions bigger than this, but this appears to be an already partly broken down, like this is an even and partially maintained, really ancient Chinese castle. I don't know how many castles there are that were this big. Well, it doesn't even feel like it's yeah, this isn't a palace. This is a castle. This is an actual military fortification here that we're looking at. I shouldn't be let's playing so late. I'm like not even following my own thought process anymore. Did I, okay, I kind of made my way back down to here. So I feel like I went in a big old circle. Found a campfire. A guard stone's always nice to find, because that means I can warp back and forth. Let's just, well, let's rest and then we'll save.
阿兄，
Asshole?
手
Did you
平
call
的
me
那些
asshole?
妖魔，为什么文书将军不帮忙赶走呢？
Because he's a
这个
jerk.
嘛，
Oh wait, no, that's not the same guy.
香儿，记得以前和你说过的相濡以沫的故事吗？
记得
Tale of two
两条
fish.
鱼儿
It
被
was
困
the
在干
best
涸
of
的
times,
池
it was
里，
the worst of
为了活
times.
下去，只能相濡以沫。
如果文书将军帮忙了，就像是那两条鱼儿，解决了当下的危难。可真正的问题所在，其实是池水，因为池水干涸，才使得鱼儿必须如此艰难地活着。
I
相濡以沫的
Okay.
精神固然动人，但若
Having
不
a hard
从
time
根本
reading
解决
this.，
就是坐以待毙。世道也是如此，不
So
能
you're
只是为了
saying he
眼前
didn't
的
help
困难
those
疲于
people
奔命，
because
而要看得更远。
it wouldn't have
我
saved
还
the
以为这
world?
个故事讲的是要顺应本性而生。
一
Yeah,
个
it's
故
the
事
baby version.
本就可以有数种解释啊。
No, I mean, he's not wrong about that. Oh, the journal has been updated with the Tale of Two Fishes. What's our inventory got that's new? Oh, these recipes. Reduces bleeding damage when using Escort Tai Wu, increases 10% critical damage. I might want to make those eventually. Tale of Two Fishes. The tale of two fishes is a simple one. Two fishes are stranded in a dried up pond. They keep one another wet by spitting on each other. Whoa, that's weird. Until the pool is flooded again. From Brother's point of view, the moral of the story is fishes are meant to live in water. Thus, even though they helped one another in a dire situation, they'll forget each other when things return to normal. If they can, we will live in accordance with our nature. His interpretation sheds new light on this age-old tale for me. Yeah, not sure I'm getting it, but that's okay. Let's throw on a save here, and hope that had good luck recently, although I'm getting paranoid now. I'm hoping this video took. When we come back next time, folks, I guess we're still exploring these massive fortifications as I await finding out that there's fortifications of this nature all over the place, and I'm just forgetting that. Unless this is supposed to be part of the Great Wall. And even then, like, the layout doesn't feel right for the Great Wall. And I've never been to the Great Wall to see it for myself. I've just seen pictures. But this seems like an ungodly large and complex military fortification for just being a stationary defensive point. It would have to be part of wall. And China's famous for its defensive gates that were built against the Mongols. So I guess this is part of that. I'm exposing my own ignorance here. I don't know when the Great Wall was built in relation to when this story is set. I think it's more likely just a big, cool-looking fantasy, historical fantasy fortification. I shouldn't think about it so hard. But either way, we'll be continuing our exploration of it next time.